Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Eric Colley. How are you, Eric?
I'm good, Charlie. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. You had a good weekend?
I did.
A lot of good stories came out over the weekend. My favorite was that Selena Gomas and her supposed ex-best friend are now best friends again? Question mark?
Yeah, beef is officially squashed, it looks like.
They were out and about together. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Tiffany Gomas, the lady who went crazy on the plane, said that MFer is not real. She gave us a statement, and we'll play that for you and talk about that. But to begin with, it appears that this Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg cage fight thing is off. Can you tell me more?
It is not going to happen. I think a lot of us kind of thought this was never going to happen. Because, as they've been trying to set this up, and there were rumors that it was going to be at the Colosseum in Rome, and it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Dana White got involved. But Elon Musk has been kind of blocking it every step of the way while also trying to encourage it. And now he's saying he's having shoulder surgery and all this stuff. So finally, Mark Zuckerberg has gotten tired of waiting. Mark posted, "I think we can all agree Elon isn't serious and it's time to move on. I offered a real date. Dana White offered to make this a legit competition for charity. Elon won't confirm a date." And then interesting, he goes, "If Elon ever gets serious about a real date and official event, he knows how to reach me."
Do you know what Elon replied to that? No. Zuck is a chicken. And then he doubled down on Zuck is a chicken and had the worst troll joke thing ever. He said he can't eat at Chick-fil-A because that would be cannibalism.
Oh, that's...
Oh, burn.
Just take the L, Elon.
I know.
Just take the L. Because, there's no way this is going to happen at this point. And we kind of knew it was never going to.
I could never, ever picture it in my head ever happening because there's too much to lose and too little to gain. Why would you do it? Why would you risk being knocked out in front of the world and then your app looking like the wussy app? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the brand these two have, and this whole sort of competition between them. Whoever loses, it's going to not just be, oh, it's embarrassing, I lost. It will devastate their company.
It would. It would.
And if you got stockholders and stuff, they're like, absolutely, you're not going to do this.
Oh.
There's billions of dollars on the line here.
100%. And I mean, Elon got into this like he got into the Twitter deal just by being fast fingers, troll, just replying to everything, proposing this cage match. And Zuckerberg was like, yes, please. Yes, please.
Right.
And Elon must have been like, oh,
exactly.
I thought I was going to sort of big thing you.
Right.
But then he comes, and so it was so clear that it'd be bad news for Elon. Even though he's the bigger guy, Zuckerberg's trained at MMA and he's pretty good.
And he's much younger.
Much younger. I mean, he's smaller, but it was clear to me that he was probably going to start favorite.
Right. And he was taking this very seriously. We've seen him training. He's already in pretty good shape. He was going to obliterate Elon, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, this has been so good for Mark Zuckerberg, though, because remember a few years ago, especially with all the sort of the voting election stuff that Facebook was at the middle of,
right.
And we all thought that Mark Zuckerberg was kind of chief villain of social media. Now he's white knight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Facebook, people kind of don't think about it as much as they used to, so there's not as much hate for it, I don't think. It just kind of is. Now he's got Threads coming out, which is a competition to Twitter, which is what started this whole thing. And Threads is looking kind of good now. Twitter is dying.
Right.
But that's the thing. Elon, remember when he offered the $44 billion for Twitter, it was sort of a troll.
Yes.
And then he was shocked when Twitter said, okay.
Yeah.
And he tried to get out of it. He tried and tried to get out of that and couldn't, and then had to buy it. Same thing here. He's talking his trash. Mark Zuckerberg said, okay. And he's tried to get out of it.
Totally. He's trying to propose. The reason he's calling, Mark Zuckerberg a chicken, he's trying to stand on that, is because he's trying to propose, let's do it today. And I mean today's in Monday.
Right.
Today. He wanted to do it in Mark Zuckerberg's backyard. Let's have a practice. And Mark Zuckerberg was like, no, bro, I'm not going to come and practice for your photo op so that you could then weasel out of it we did it, so we did it. No, either we practice separately. This is what Mark Zuckerberg replied, because screenshots of these texts have come out. Either we practice separately, then come together for the match, or we don't. And basically, Elon isn't agreeing to just do it by the book. He wants to I don't know, all these secret little ways.
Right.
He's trying to get out of it and save face. But
it's not working. It's not working. That's the thing. So This fight has not happened. It looks like it is never going to happen, but I think we can still call a winner in it.
I think so.
And it's Zuckerberg.
It's Zuckerberg. He's Zuckerberg by TKO.
That's right. a Twitter knockout.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, on to our next story. Selena Gomez, she's had a bit of a frosty relationship with the woman who donated her kidney to her. So Selena obviously needed a kidney. Franscia, Raisa, was a friend who donated a kidney. Something then went down and, beef got started because of a particular interview. It's not even important. Their beef is apparently squashed because they were seen out together over the weekend.
Right. They went to dinner at Giorgio Baldi, which that's not just dinner. That is, we want you to know we are having dinner because they know that paparazzi go to Giorgio Baldi. That's a celebrity hotspot. They know if they go there, they're going to be seen, and they wanted to be seen together.
Yeah. To be honest, like them trying to prove that nothing's wrong only tells me stuff is still wrong.
You're so suspicious of everything.
I mean, I don't even think it's being that cynical. It's just like, how could you two be friends again after Francia has come out in the media and has trashed Selena, trashed her for basically not just being her butler.
Well,
because
the thing was that a couple of years ago, Selena Gomez said that Taylor Swift was her only friend.
In Hollywood. And Francia took exception to that because Francia considers herself in Hollywood because she's on How I Met Your Father.
She's an actress. She's a legit, like that's how she and Selena met. They were both actresses, and that's how their circles crossed.
Okay.
But I could see that. And when Selena posted that, Francia commented interesting about it. And then Selena's like, oh, sorry, I didn't name everybody I know. Well, it's not, somebody who gave you an organ is not just somebody you know.
Oh, you're Team Francia.
I am. I kind of am.
Okay.
I kind of am.
Wow, look, maybe, now I'm remembering those bikini photos on the beach. It's easy for you to be Team Francia.
Yeah.
But
I forgot what I was going to say now. I'm thinking about those pictures.
I just think, maybe when they started the beef, there was blame on both sides. But then Francia, calling the paps on her, week after week to trash Selena. How would Selena be okay with that to a point where she'd go, okay, well, let's mend fences?
Maybe you just think, okay, I did this, you did that, we're even now.
We're even now.
Let's just end this, and then no more having to talk about it, no more being asked about it. Because even Francia is probably getting tired of being asked now. Is there beef with Selena? I mean,
Is she being tired of asked that? Because I think she's calling the paps on herself. I assume the paparazzi in me sees a setup shot.
Right.
And also, I didn't know Francia's name. And to be honest, I've only learned her whole name now because we've talked about her so much. Franscia Raisa.
Yeah, I didn't know her last name until not that long ago.
I only know it because this story keeps continuing. So, I'm forced to learn it. So, this whole thing has been fantastic for Francia. I was half thinking that maybe she only got the How I Met Your Mother gig in the first place. How I Met Your Father, sorry.
Yeah.
Because of her link to Selena.
I'm sure it didn't hurt.
There's a bit of a nepotism in that.
There's a built-in sort of interest in her and the show because of that. So yeah, if you're the producers, it's smart to cast her.
So my thing is that the story doesn't. This is not the end of the movie. Okay, they're best.
But what's
friends
next?
Again. Exactly. If you're friends again and the beef is off, we better see you out. To dinner. Monthly. Right. If you're best friends again, supposedly. I just don't think that's probably the case. I think maybe Selena's trying to put the media storm or the beef media thing to bed. But we're not going to bed, all right?
We never sleep.
We're not tired. We never get tired. And I'm going to be keeping a close eye on Selena and Francia because wow, those bikini shots, man.
Woo, we all won because of that. Yeah, the next thing that needs to happen is somebody needs to ask Taylor Swift and her say that somebody else is her only friend.
Oh.
And then Selena and Francia can be like, what about Selena?
Yeah, I know. It feels like Selena's kind of at the center of some beefs, like her and Hailey got this thing. And I don't know. It's weird that it kind of follows her. She seems kind of like a kind of sweet and innocent type person.
Yeah, I like Selena.
I like Selena because she's kind of she seems just kind of white bread to me. There's not much to her. I like her. This is not me complimenting her, but I just think I don't see that she's kind of the person to start beef and do this and do.
No. Well, that's what's so weird about this whole thing to me is just that saying that Taylor Swift was her only friend. Yeah, I kind of get her point. It wasn't to name every single person I'm friends with. It was just, I don't have a lot of celebrity friends and name drop Taylor Swift, who's the biggest name.
Right.
It was the thing that I think was bad for her is when Francia commented on that and then she was like, oh, sorry, I didn't name everybody. oh, just wander out of it, Selena. Just stay above it.
It's true. Like, you name dropped Taylor Swift because she's like the weightier name,
and she might be her only like close A-list friend.
But also, name drop me. I'm trying to get ahead in Hollywood too.
My only friends are Taylor Swift and Charlie Cotton. Yeah, You want to be name dropped.
All right, on to our final story. Tiffany Gomas from the viral plane video. That motherfucker is not real.
Yeah, everybody's seen that.
She has come out and done a bit of a self to camera and explained herself. Let's listen to her reasoning behind that crazy viral video.
First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive.
I don't think she's enjoyed any of the memes.
No, I don't think she's enjoyed them. It's weird, and she never really gets into it. She says it's mental health. Clearly, something was happening in that video because she's saying, like, the guy's not really there. She was seeing something that other people weren't seeing.
Yes, see, that is the line that I was hoping would be explained, because
what did she think she saw?
I think she misspoke. That's my interpretation, is that when she goes, they're not real, I think she's in the heat of the moment and the heat of the emotion when you're trying to express yourself, but you can't think of it. It just comes out like, I word vomit all day here.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I think she's saying that motherfucker is not telling the truth or not honest.
But what was
her family member? They're arguing over earpods, like for your iPhone, and so they're arguing over somehow. It was a he said, she said, and the other person kept the earpods or whatever.
Right.
And so when she's trying to explain like that, they're mine, they're mine, that they're not telling the truth. Why are you being mean to me? They're not telling the truth.
Yeah.
Is what I think. But why hasn't she explained it? Because if it is some hallucination.
Well, because she's saying it's mental health. And does that just mean I just snapped having an argument with a family member? Or does it mean something bigger than that?
Well, we don't know, I
guess.
don't know. We don't know, because if it was just like, I mean, I've had tough times on a plane, and I've had tough,
right.
You don't snap like that.
No, I've never gotten up and screamed at anybody or had a freak out like that. But it's funny. I feel like sort of hypocritical. Like her point is totally legit. It is kind of sad now with social media now. People's worst moments being broadcast everywhere and just mocked over and over and over. But also, we love watching those things.
Mm. You can choose if this happens to you. You can choose to look at it like, a really negative thing, which I think it was for her. Like,
oh yeah,
everyone all at once mocking her. All her friends and family saw that. Must have been hard to go to work if you could even leave your house.
Right.
I can understand that. Or you can use it as an opportunity, because not many people go viral like that and go everywhere around the world. There was websites, covering her. Her social media I think she deactivated it for a long time.
Right.
Like, it could be she's a marketing person. She has her own marketing company called Uppercut Marketing. Like, why wasn't that marketing company called like Unreal Marketing the day after? You got to use it.
You do. But this particular instance, normally, if you go viral for something, if it's something fun, you could do that. But this gets her more attention. But then, do you want her to be your marketing person? You might be like, oh, she's unstable, or brings negative attention. Maybe you specifically don't use her because of that.
If she had gone away for a few days and said, haha, look how good I am at marketing. Look, I can send stuff viral. That was all premeditated. You'd be like, okay, click. I want to use her as my... She's gorgeous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's very pretty.
She's entrepreneurial. She has her business. She should be selling stuff, like saying... These houses, the prices aren't real. You just use it somehow.
You know what we ought to do is start a marketing company specifically for people who go viral.
You do?
Like, everybody knows who you are. Now what do you do?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's new fame. People, it's like winning the lottery. You're not prepared for that. So you need a team to be like, this is what you need to do. This is what your social media needs to be. This is how you react to it.
I think you're totally right, because I just think she blew it. I know it's kind of like tough to say because she was emotionally affected by it.
Maybe she didn't want it. Maybe she genuinely didn't want that kind of attention.
But she wants it now because
True.
on the heels of this video, she's put up her own personal website, tiffanygomas.com, which I just clicked on the link to today. It's down. It's not working. So, to all of these things, it's just like, you could have savored and used that moment so well, because clearly you want to use it now, as you should. Like, if you're going to have the bad stuff, you may as well have the good stuff too, which comes with this sort of thing.
True, and we can see, there's, like they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. It's whatever you make of it. So I guess you could try and spin it and present it a certain way and ride the wave.
Because it says, like, on her personal website, it says, like, coming soon, or, stay tuned. And it's like, stay tuned for what? Like, we're clicking on your name now because this story's coming out, but in a week's time, I'm not going to be going to tiffanygomas.com. But I tried to go to it this morning. She needs to, it's just, yes, we need to run that company.
Yeah, how to capitalize on going viral.
And for someone who is running a marketing business, her own marketing business, she has blown this marketing opportunity to sell her product.
So you think she's bad at marketing now?
Yes, she's the product. The marketing is out there for free. It's not often you get that sort of exposure. And I go to her website and I can't click on anything. Like, let me buy a t-shirt, not real t-shirts. Let me, like, whatever.
Yeah, this should be your thing now.
This is my
how
thing.
to capitalize on going viral.
There we go. I'll do that for sure.
It was my idea, just making sure we know that.
Okay. I think every idea we have here is technically Harvey's idea.
I know.
Okay, thank you very much for joining me here today, Eric.
Always fun.
And we'll see you here tomorrow. Bye.